I'm Dakota Story, Associate Copy Director.
I'm Paul Davis, Chief Creative Officer.
The thing about Fordham is they're a very unique institution, and they also came to us with a very unique set of problems that we needed to solve.
Yeah, you're totally right. So there was almost like two of everything, two taglines, two campuses. Our goal was really to help kind of look at what had strong equity, what helped differentiate in a really crowded market space, and that they could just double down and own.
They came to us with an already very compelling story, and I think it was more just about helping them organize that story in a way that made it easier for them to tell that story. One of the main takeaways from strategy was this idea of one Fordham. So bringing those campuses together, not really dividing those messages up, but bringing them together to create one stronger message. We went in with 3 directions in creative testing. Creative testing really helped us narrow that down and hone in exactly what that message should be.
So we felt really good about the options going in. The creative testing helped us validate and select a direction and make it better.
We landed on this idea of for what matters because everything that they do at Fordham is for what matters, most to the person and the individual, most to the world.
It allowed us to really kind of show how they could talk about student stories, alumni stories, those connections in a really meaningful way.
The landing itself, for what matters, gave us a lot of flexibility. That beginning 4 allowed us to bring in a lot of different things that spoke to a lot of different audiences. So something like for your future, one of the lines that we had to speak sort of to the impact of those Jesuit values out in the world was for the future we know is possible. So being able to sort of take one thing and flip it either way from an individual lens to the outward impact on the world really became a powerful device as we started activating that brand.
There's no doubt that an institution's identity is one of the most vital and protected components, and changing or evolving it can be very challenging. So we had to look at introducing a supplemental workhorse mark, if you will, that complemented the seal, gave the seal the equity and gravitas it deserved, but free the marketing crew to have a promotional identity that functioned across all platforms.
I think that identity mark had to do just as much work in bringing the 2 vibes of both of those main campuses together, bringing sort of the Gothic architecture from the Rose Hill campus in the Bronx with the more modern look and feel of the Lincoln Center campus. And I think a lot of that photography helped it feel more authentic and genuine.
Because we know prospective students and students interested in Fordham are really looking for, is this the right fit? They're looking to see, can I see myself there? Right now they're looking about the culture. Is this a place that I will vibe with? Is this a place that I will feel safe and set up for? And that's what the visual expression really needed to do. So once we kind of had the brand established, the componentry, we shifted our focus to adoption, socialization, and rollout. We helped develop personas that really help us understand the types of students who are looking to Fordham, not only what they offer, but what they want to receive from Fordham.
Really getting those personas down and the priorities of those personas helped us shape a lot of those messages within those individual executions that went to all of those people. One of the things was a brand launch and a brand training at the same time on campus. And it really felt more like a concert than a brand launch or a brand training. There was 300 people there, speakers, panels.
You said there was a DJ too?
There was music. The people had intro music coming in and off the stage, outro music, videos playing in the back. But that really showed and showcased Justin's strengths, the CMO, in not only communicating why this brand worked and why it mattered, but why it was right and why people should be excited about it.
We've been really fortunate to continue our relationship with Fordham into some of those extension moments. So looking at how the brand extends across all their .edu platforms. We looked at the entire college fair and early enrollment cadence, thinking through how prospects, their parents, all their influencers interact and digest content.
Absolutely. And I think there was a lot of collaboration and conversation with the Fordham team over the last year and a half, and it's built a lot of trust between the two of us. And I think a lot of the things that we've done with them have been anchored in that idea of capturing the vibe of the place and not really leading with more content. I think a lot of people like to think that more content equals more success, but that's not always the case. As we've continued to do this work with them, on both sides, on the Ologie side and on the Fordham side, we've been able to bring in experts on both sides to sort of make these things real. Result was a lot of really great work.